Good evening. Tonight, I'll tell you the story of a moving statue. It all began when Sarah moved into a lonely old house at the edge of town. The walls were cracked, the windows smeared with dust, and in the dusty foyer stood a tall marble statue of a silent woman. The neighbors whispered that he had watched this house for generations, but Sarah laughed it off. She unpacked her boxes, arranged her furniture, and every day she passed that statue without a second thought. One night, a storm rolled in. Wind howled through broken shutters, and rain beat against the roof like restless fingers. Sarah couldn't sleep. She kept hearing faint footsteps on the wooden floor. Slow and deliberate, she told herself it was just the wind. But when she reached the foyer, she froze. The statue's head had turned, facing her. Its cold eyes shone under the flicker of lightning. Heart pounding, Sarah raced back to her bedroom and locked the door. The next morning, she found the statue in the kitchen. Its heavy pedestal scraped across the tile. She grabbed her phone and recorded a shaky video. The statue's rigid hand was outstretched, pointing at something on the floor. She pressed close to see a faded photograph of a young, her face identical to the statue's, in a wedding dress dated 1924. That evening, Sarah invited her friend Matt to help destroy the statue. They set up cameras, armed themselves with hammers and crowbars, and waited. At midnight, the statue moved again, this time with purpose. It walked down the hallway, its marble feet tapping. Mark's camera captured every step. They rushed in, swung their tools, and shattered the statue into 100 glittering pieces. They celebrated until dawn. The storm appeared. Birds sang outside, and Sarah finally felt safe. But when she returned indoors, something in the corner caught her eye. The fragments lay scattered on the foyer floor, but they had formed the perfect human shape. A pile of white dust rose slowly into the air, swirling and knitting itself back together. In moments, the statue stood whole once more, flawless and proud. Sarah screamed, but it was too late. The statue lifted its arm, touched her cheek, and whispered in a voice that chilled her blood, "Thank you for setting me free." Its lips cracked into a cruel smile. It turned, crossed the threshold, and stepped into her world. Now, if you're sitting alone in the dark, remember this story well, because somewhere behind you, a statue might be listening, and any moment its head could turn. It might already be watching you.